guys.
Hi guys. So we're back with another bake bump for you. Bake bump
My
date.
lord, it's been this all day. Seriously.
Pregnancy break. We're back with another bump date for you. This is the 20-week. We'll be talking about our 21st week of pregnancy, and Ryan is gonna take over with baby progress.
Take it away, Ryan. Little Bean is now about the size of a baby bok choy.
Ooh.
Maybe they can be in the same playgroup.
Okay.
She keeps putting on fat, which will make her skin less and less transparent.
That's nice.
Which is a good thing, I think, before she rolls around here.
Yeah.
She's also developing nerves and her sense of touch.
That's awesome.
So maybe she
can
can feel it when we're like rubbing on the belly a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she can feel
her
it
surroundings.
And feel her surroundings, and as she moves back and forth across your belly, because she is starting to move back and forth across the belly.
She's a little swimmer.
Just like her mother.
Yeah.
Also, her inner ear is developing, which is giving her a sense of balance.
That's cool.
So maybe she knows when she's upside down in there.
Funny.
Like, which is, that's sort of cool, actually.
Yeah.
And she continues to swallow amniotic fluid to help her practice her breathing.
Cool.
And her internal reproductive system is developing, although she won't need to use it for quite some time, it said.
Okay.
And from a father's perspective,
Yeah.
I'd like to say that that is indeed the truth. Not for a very, very long time. And lastly, her eyes are formed, but her irises still lack pigment and therefore color. So we don't know yet if she's going to have her mama's brown eyes.
Or her daddy's hazel eyes.
But I think brown eyes. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I still hope that it's gonna be right.
That'll be nice.
Now to symptoms for this week. I have a few actually that I wrote down. The very first one that we both noticed, actually Ryan pointed out first, is that my belly I'm having a darker line from my belly button to the pelvic bone, and we're starting to see it getting darker and darker, right?
And we had to look at it online and find out why it happens, and it's a hormonal pigmentation thing. It's totally normal, but I thought it looked so strange because it's such a perfectly straight line. Yeah. Perfectly straight line. And straight lines don't appear in nature very often. So, we had to look it up. It's normal, but it's still sort of weird. It took us off guard. Yeah.
It's not so dark just yet, but it's definitely noticeable.
No question about it.
Yeah, interesting. Another thing is that I'm definitely having much more emergency pee moments. And I think it's because, and this is what I'm feeling, she's moving so much, and I think she's big enough that she's sitting on my bladder way more than ever. So I could be fine, I could be here talking to you guys and just like be fine and whatnot, and then she moves and then she sits on my bladder and I really gotta go.
Yeah, suddenly we're like, stop the video, everybody.
Or stop the car, or stop whatever, and I gotta go.
That's more what it's been also. We'll go to the mall, we'll leave the house, and the last thing Priscilla will do before she leaves the house is to go to the bathroom. And we will park the car at the mall, and before we're even out of it, she's like, I gotta go pee. And that's like the very first thing we're doing is looking for the bathroom when we get in there. So I think it's exactly what you think it is. It's Little Bean shifting around on the inside a little bit more.
And then sitting on the bladder.
And just, pressing her head up against your bladder or something. And she's having fun. You're having to deal with the consequences.
Well, part of pregnancy.
Yep.
And the third symptom is that I've noticed that my energy levels have shifted. So I definitely wake up really energetic and ready to conquer the world. My sleeping patterns are that I wake up around 6:30 every day and I'm ready to go exercise and I'm ready to, get done whatever I need to get done and be productive. But as the afternoon and the evening comes around, I am exhausted and so much earlier than I've ever been exhausted before. It's funny.
And I remain as opposite of that schedule as possible. I am like dead to the world every morning of my life, and then as the day goes on, I'm like more and more and more awake. And it's this old restaurant schedule that I used to have. I am king of the second wind, man, just ready to go late at night. And we'll watch some TV before we head to bed, and maybe we'll put on an episode of something from Netflix. And Priscilla was always the one who was most excited about doing something like this, and now halfway through the episode, I'm looking at her and seeing if the eyes are open. They're not open anymore.
But at 6:30, I'm just like, hello world, I'm ready. I gotta go. Let's do it.
And I'm like, oh please, no.
So now to food cravings and aversions. I'm still having no aversions whatsoever so far.
Yeah, it all looks good still.
Well, all looks good. I'm still quite hungry.
But in a little more moderation, I think.
Yes,
also.
And that's the first thing that we want to talk about is that even though I'm super hungry and I'm still craving a few foods, I have been trying to moderate my hunger. And by that, I mean I've been trying to have healthy snacks between meals. And I know this is a very obvious tip, but I wasn't doing that much. And so I would have breakfast and then I would go the entire morning without eating or anything. And then by lunchtime, I was just starving and I could eat 3 plates of food, and that was kind of worrisome because I would be too full afterwards, and I wouldn't be feeling good, and I would have reflux, and I wasn't just feeling great at all. So now I'm trying to have healthy snacks. We went out and we found some really good healthy snacks besides fruit, which I'm still loving.
Like some little like nut bars.
Yeah, nut bars, organic, granola bars and things like that I can munch on. Some rice crackers and with peanut butter, which is like good.
You had
banana.
some today,
I
actually,
did.
yeah.
Before this video.
That's how we're recording this video right now.
Because otherwise I'll be in the kitchen eating.
Just eating beans straight from Tupperware.
Which is my craving of the week.
Oh yeah, good segue, huh?
Yeah, I've been loving some rice and beans, and I wasn't loving it perhaps 3 weeks ago. I actually had a aversion to it, and I didn't want to eat it at all, but now I'm just loving it. I just want brown beans with this Brazilian pumpkin that we put in the beans, that we cook in the beans, called girimum, and I'm just
it's
eating
delicious.
so much of it. I'm loving it. So usually lunch is around noon or 1 o'clock here, and I always need to have beans now. So
and it's nice. I mean, this is a staple of the Brazilian diet also, so it's nice that you're back to it.
Also, it's a good source of iron, and I know from my blood work that my iron is a little bit low, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, your body knows what it needs.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, guys, is our cool moment of the week. What do you think?
Well, my cool moment of the week, I think this week we had two different cool. Yeah, we had 2 different cool moments. My cool moment of the week is that we got to go away to the beach house for Carnival, and I got to swim in the ocean for the first time in a deep ocean for the first time with Little Bean, and it was so amazing because I love swimming. I grew up going to the beach. I grew up in Brazil, and I grew up going to that beach house that you guys watched in this vlog right here.
Check it out. It was so much fun.
So much
Beautiful
fun.
Time.
And I grew up going on a boat with my family and my grandparents, and from a very young age I would swim, and catch fish and just be really like a little fish. This is just a very normal, traditional, I guess, activity for my family. And I got to do it for the first time with our Little Bean, and I just hope that she loves it as much as I do.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. And you looked so weightless and effortless while you were there also.
It feels so nice to be in the water with, if you're pregnant, how heavy you can feel, as soon as like your second trimester, and it's just, the water is just like magical.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then for me, it was having the opportunity to play with the little ladies on our trip, Lala and Sophia, because it made me think about what it's going to be like when our Little Bean is old enough to play with like that. And just like you said, being by the water, in the water, we just had such an amazing time, and I'm excited to share so many amazing times with her. So that for me was my cool moment of the week, just opening my eyes again to how much fun it's going to be a dad when the time comes.
Yeah, you're going to be such a good dad.
Thank you. And you're going to be such a good mom. So shall we take a look at the bump?
Yes.
You guys ready for the bump?
Yes.
Let's take a look at it. That is the most bump growth that we have seen so far. I think so, at least.
Ryan is noticing it more than I notice, obviously, because it's my bump, it's my belly growing, but I don't notice as much as he does, I guess, because he's looking at me and he's like, wow, you really look pregnant.
Like, girl, you got a bump.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? Do you see a lot of difference? Do you see a lot of progression? I think so.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section down below. We're always so curious.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up and leave one of those lovely comments down there for us, and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you back in our next video.
Bye!
Bye!